Good evening, everyone. I'm reporting live on today's top story. I am Joyce Samuel. Here are the headlines for today. Alex Machinsky won't get a piece of Celsius bankruptcy pie, judge says. Gemini and Coinbase are expected to secure Europe license under MiCA. Veteran trader Peter Brandt gives golden advice as Bitcoin nears all-time high. US declare that XRP will replace the dollar. Fact check. Kidney for Bitcoin. Schiff and Micheal Saylor go head-to-head. US acknowledges Truth Social Bitcoin ETF. Welcome once again. Alex Machinsky won't get a piece of Celsius bankruptcy pie, judge says. Alex Machinsky and related entity have forfeited all claim to Celsius bankruptcy estate as the court prioritized restitution to creditors. Former Celsius CEO Alex Machinsky has agreed not to claim any assets from the Celsius bankruptcy proceeds. In a motion filed on Monday, the United States Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of New York stated that an agreement has been reached between Celsius debtor and Alex Machinsky, AM Ventures Holding Intake, Cola 1 LLC and Cola 3 LLC that prohibits the distribution of proceeds from Celsius bankruptcy to the latter party. The agreement stimulates that Celsius debtor can distribute funds tied up due to claim made by Machinsky and the two related entities. Furthermore, the courts retain jurisdiction over all matter relating to this case. However, the court will not supersede the ongoing criminal case. The court shall have exclusive jurisdiction to resolve any and other disputes related to this stipulation and order, the motion read. Moving forward, Alex Machinsky prison sentence. In May, Machinsky was sentenced to 12 years in prison after a U.S. judge found the former Celsius CEO guilty of committing fraud. Machinsky's legal team highlighted his military service and pleading guilty in December as grounds for a more lenient sentence. Prior to his sentencing, the U.S. Department of Justice has sought a 20 years prison sentence for Machinsky, though his lawyer cried foul, saying that it would be a death in prison sentence. Moving forward, Celsius creditors get their money back. Celsius creditors have collectively claimed more than $1 billion in assets so far this year. In August 2024, Celsius paid out more than $2.5 billion to over 251,000 creditors. However, as many as 121,000 creditors did not stake their claims due to the amount being less than $1,000, with the vast majority losing less than $100. In November 2024, Celsius stated that it will pay out $127 million from its litigation recovery account to creditors, which include retail borrowers, retail depositors, and users of its AIN program. In July 2023, Celsius reached two settlements to exit Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings, which were initiated in July 2022. Chapter 11 bankruptcy is a legal process in the US that allows businesses to restructure without having to face immediate repercussions from creditors. Gemini and Coinbase are expected to secure Europe license under MiCA. Gemini is set to receive approval from Malta, while Coinbase is expected to get the green light from Luxembourg, according to Reuters. Crypto exchanges Gemini and Coinbase are reportedly set to secure license to operate in the European Union, marking a significant step in their expansion under the newly implemented regulations called Market in Crypto Assets (MiCA). Gemini is on track to receive approval from Malta, while Coinbase is expected to obtain its license through Luxembourg, Reuters reported on Monday, citing that unnamed sources are familiar with the matter. A Coinbase spokesperson declined to comment on the specific application, but told Reuters that Luxembourg is a well-respected global financial center. Gemini and Coinbase would join other major exchanges moving into Europe under MiCA framework. As previously reported by Cointelegraph, Bybit recently gained regulatory approval to operate in the region via Austria. In January, Binance updated its deposits and withdrawal procedures in Poland to comply with the MiCA framework. Regulations under the MiCA framework took effect on June 2024, with full implementation following in December after the European Securities and Market Authorities issued final guidance for Europe state members. MiCA is designed to create regulatory consistency across the region while strengthening investors' protection and promoting financial stability. Moving forward, MiCA sparks stablecoin debate. MiCA has been welcomed by some industry observers for bringing greater clarity to the rapid evolving crypto asset space. Not all feedback has been positive, as a chain analysis noted. The rules still leave some room for interpretation and uncertainty, particularly regarding stablecoins. One contentious provision requires stablecoin issuers to hold a significant portion of their reserves in European banks, a key reason why USDT issuance Tether has declined to pursue registration under MiCA. Nevertheless, at least 10 other stablecoins have been approved under the framework, including those issued by Circle, Crypto.com, Faith Republic, Societe Generale, and others. Early signs suggest that stablecoin adoption under MiCA has been lukewarm. However, in Italy, one of the EU's largest markets, MiCA has not led to significant stablecoin adoption, according to Fabio Panetta, former European Central Bank official and current governor of the Bank of Italy. Instead, he noted that interest has increasingly shifted towards custodial and trading service. Veteran trader Peter Brandy gives golden advice as Bitcoin nears all-time high. Veteran trader Peter Brandy, known for his accurate predictions on Tuesday, recommended buying Bitcoin amid global market shifts in 2025. Bitcoin price has surged 15% this year, with the Trump administration pro-crypto stance being one of the major factors behind the rally. Notably, Peter Brandy shared his golden advice that new traders or investors should put their money in an S&P 500 ETF, a Nasdaq 100 ETF, and Bitcoin BTC. This would help investors diversify their investment portfolio and reduce risks amid volatile and uncertain market conditions like the current Middle East crisis. Bitcoin price has outperformed the Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500 to date, while BTC price has rallied 15%. Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500 have only increased by 4.59% and 2.80% respectively. US President Donald Trump's pro-crypto policies have prompted many companies to hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins for different use cases. Moving forward, how will Bitcoin price move? BTC price faded earlier to $109,000 in the last 24 hours, with the price currently trading at $106,884. The 24 hours low and high are $106,219 and $108,915 respectively. Furthermore, the trading volume has increased by 32% in the last 24 hours, indicating a rise in interest among traders. Peter Brandy predicted that Bitcoin price is approaching a parabolic top and could crash. This aligns with his historical prediction of a 50 to 80% correction in Bitcoin after reaching the parabolic top. However, crypto analysts point to continued bullish momentum despite profits booking by some investors. According to on-chain analyst Alex Alder Jr., the Bitcoin MVRVZ score is indicating a continued buying strength but without extreme overheating. The majority of short-term holders are in profit, creating conditions for potential profit taking. But as long as this isn't happening, it's a good signal, he added. While the BTC price is trapped in the $110,000 to $104,000 range, short-term holders remain confident about further growth. However, he said, Bitcoin still has a high probability of short-term corrections across $110,000 as some players may begin to take profits. As reported earlier by the Crypto Times, $107,200 and $110,000 are two major resistance levels to watch, as a breakout above this could trigger a Bitcoin price rally to a new all-time high. Moreover, Traders are cautious ahead of the upcoming FOMC meeting, despite the CME Fed Watch indicating a 99.9% chance of the Fed keeping interest rates change at 4.25% to 4.5%. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Do you want to make money from crypto without investing any money at all? Yes, you heard me right. Without any single funds. Are you between the age of 15 to 25 years, right? And you know how to use a phone very well with an internet connection, right? I'm Crypto Talker by name, and I'll teach you how to make money from crypto for free without any funds. All you have to do is test some sites for free, and they'll pay you for testing the sites when they launch their token. You use free faucets. We call them free faucets. You get free faucets. Use it to test their site for them, right? And they mark your wallet address as an address that tested their site when they were in the testing phase, and they will reward you their tokens when they launch, right? Now, I'm teaching you how to do all this for free in my community. All you have to do is click anywhere around this video. Then once you click the link, you're going to see a follow button by the top right. Click on that follow button, right? And you're already in the channel. Now, I'll also put the link to a support group inside that channel so that you can ask your question. Because inside this channel, you can't ask questions. Inside the support group, you're able to ask questions. I'll be there to answer your questions. Some of my admins will also be there to answer your questions with video guides. All right? Thousands of people are already making money from cryptocurrencies for free. Like my student Eze, here is his testimonial. Ebuka, my student, here is his testimonial. And Aisha, these are some of my students that have made money from cryptocurrencies without any fund. Now click the link below or anywhere around this video to join the Crypto Talker channel right now. This channel is open just for 24 hours for free. After that time, you'll be able to use the link you're seeing right now to join the channel again. I'll see you on this side. This is Crypto Talker here. Peace out.
Welcome back. US declares that XRP will replace the dollar. Fact check. The Ripple community is taken by storm with a claim that the US Congress is purchasing XRP at $10,000 and officially adopting XRP in place of the US dollars. This sounds sensational, but let's separate what's really going on. Over the past few years, several of the world's largest nations, particularly those within the BRICS collective, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have begun to break away from using the US dollar for international commerce. This is called de-dollarization. As part of this process, they are looking at alternative assets, including cryptocurrencies, and recently, XRP has come into the conversation quite prominently. In 2024, a user named CryptoJig posted a statement that BRICS could possibly utilize the XRP ledger to develop a common global digital currency. Why XRP though? It is fast, affordable, and scalable. The firm driving XRP has entered partnerships and relationships with various BRICS members through many finance initiatives. Fast forward to today, the same user has posted again claiming that Congress is buying XRP at $10,000 and declaring XRP as the new US dollar. If BRICS or any major institution were to adopt XRP, it would potentially drive demand and adoption. Yet, no such public announcement is made by the US government or Congress stating that XRP is now the new dollar of the USA. There is also no news that Congress is purchasing XRP at $10,000. Kidney for Bitcoin. Peter Schiff and Micheal Saylor go head to head. Bitcoin critic and gold advocate Peter Schiff has once again taken a jab at Micheal Saylor and his company after the firm invested an additional $1 billion in Bitcoin yesterday. This latest purchase brings Strategy's total Bitcoin spend to nearly $42 billion, fueling debates around corporate Bitcoin adoption. Peter Schiff commented, "As long as Bitcoin is rising and MSTR trade at a premium, Saylor can keep buying. But once Bitcoin crashes and MSTR trade at a discount, creditors will force MSTR to sell." This isn't the first time Schiff has criticized Saylor. Their long-standing feud over Bitcoin's future took a sharper turn when Schiff reacted to a bold February tweet by Saylor, who had written, "Sell a kidney if you must, but keep the Bitcoin." Responding recently, Schiff tweeted, "First, you told the people to max out their credit cards and mortgage their homes to buy Bitcoin. Now you are telling them to sell off their organs. Have you no shame?" Not wanting to back down, Saylor fired back with a tweet that since gone viral. "Sell Peter Schiff's kidney, keep the Bitcoin." The clash shows how divided people are when it comes to gold versus Bitcoin. One side, there are old school gold supporters like Schiff, and the other, Bitcoin believers like Saylor, whose company strategy keeps doubling down on crypto. With Bitcoin booming in 2025 and more big players jumping in, Saylor isn't backing off, while Schiff keep warning that it's all heading for a crash. US SEC acknowledges Truth Social Bitcoin ETF. The US Security and Exchange Commission has acknowledged President Trump's Truth Social filing to list its own Bitcoin ETF under NYCE. This only means that the application would now be reviewed and does not mean that it is approved or allowed to trade. According to the filing, the ETF will invest directly in Bitcoin and track its price closely. The ETF will issue shares representing partial ownership of the Bitcoin held by the Truth. The shares will be listed under NYSE ACA Rule 8201E, which governs Truth shares based on commodity. Also, Trump media's original S1 filing mentioned the fund will be investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but the SEC notice only refers to the Truth Social Bitcoin ETF and does not include Ethereum currently. This means the agency is only reviewing the Bitcoin portion for now. The holdings will be held by Forest Dark Truth Company LLC, also known as Crypto.com. They will act as custodians of the funds for Bitcoin. All the Bitcoin will be kept offline in cold storage so it can be more secure. The fund's net asset value will be calculated daily by the Truth administrator based on the CF benchmark index. The index provides a daily USD price of Bitcoin based on the trading activities of various crypto exchanges. This fund will allow investors to invest in Bitcoin without the hassle of purchasing or taking ownership of it themselves. Nevertheless, the SEC has to approve the S1 registration and the 19B proposed rule change first, before the ETF can commence or trade. Let's take a look at people's sentiment reaction on today's crypto markets, the Fear and Greed Index. As of June 17, 2025, the Fear and Greed Index stands at 38, indicating a state of fear in the market. This suggests that investors may be more risk averse, possibly due to market volatility or external economic factor. Historically, period of extreme fear can present buying opportunities at price may be undervalued. Conversely, when the Fear and Greed Index shows extreme greed, it might signal that the market is overheated and due for a correction. That will be all for now. We'll continue to bring you more latest updates as more information becomes available. Stay with us for more breaking news and do well to subscribe, like, share and comment your thoughts for real-time interaction. Reporting live from Crypto News Hub, I am Joe Samuel. Thanks for watching. Good night.